Welcome back to another LJTV Hoops podcast. And yes, we finally have the cameras on and working. And, just for a little bit of introduction, I know we did it last time, but, we got Tyler in the Rockets.
Yes, sir. What it do, people? What it
Got
do?
in the
We
Rockets
back with
shirt.
the podcast.
And then we
Uh,
got JJ in the Blue Warriors
Yes,
representing the
sir.
teams. And then
they call it the city.
I'm in the Brooklyn Nets. You see the Nets
City.
poster behind. You see the Nets shirt. Anyway, I hope you guys all had a wonderful New Year's, because I did. Um,
Nice.
so today we're gonna be talking about who we think is gonna be, for the awards.
The awards.
The awards,
Yes, the
basically.
awards.
Yeah. I feel like this season, I think you guys can probably agree, this season is a lot harder to predict than every other season. So let's get into it. Where do you guys want to start? You guys want to start MVP, or you guys want to start Coach of the Year?
Getting right into it. Okay, I like it.
Okay,
Okay,
Sure.
let's.
Hey, I don't want to waste any time. Let's keep it moving.
Go. Keep it moving. I like it. Okay. can
We
start
can
with
start.
MVP.
Yeah, let's start with MVP. Let's start it off with the bang. You
With
know
the
what I'm
big
saying?
bang. Yep.
With the
Big
I like
bang
it.
MVP.
All right. I mean, you guys can take the floor. I'll go last.
JJ, you can go first. JJ, you can go first.
All right. MVP of the 2020-2021 season. Very too early predictions.
It was a short
right here.
2020.
Very short 2020.
Mhm.
About I don't know how many days, but
It was like 9 days.
okay. I have
Drum roll. Hold up.
As-
We need drum roll. Drum.
the MVP. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm drum rolling.
Oh, well, we definitely hear it.
Kevin Durant.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's a good
Okay.
As my
Okay.
2021 MVP. Now, the boy can ball,
We
like
know
Yes,
that.
we know KD can ball.
like Stephen A. says. Yeah. So I have him as my.
So we're about 7 games in the NBA season. If you guys need to know that, so we have a little bit of a sample size here going into the awards, and I actually looked at the stats. Kyrie's actually attempting more shots than KD so far into the season. I don't know what that means, but I think Kyrie's averaging 26, KD's averaging around 28. They both can get buckets, but I think KD definitely needs to take more shots, man.
I do
Almost
agree with that. I think KD should be the number one option. When I'm watching Nets games, I feel more of it's the other way around, where Kyrie's like handling the ball a little bit more than KD is, and like I'm like, yo, just give the ball to KD and stand in the corner or something, because KD is gonna get you a bucket without all the dribble, finish around, jelly around the rim. But on your point, JJ, I don't think KD is the MVP here, and I'll tell you why. They're
Okay,
going
go ahead. Tell me
to
why.
they're going to lessen the load on him.
You said this last time too.
I understand that they're gonna lessen the load on KD, so he's not gonna always be on the court. He's gonna put up the numbers, but when you look at the end of the so the COVID
He'll put
protocols or
up his
whatever.
28. He'll put up his 28.
So he's already
games.
missed. He's already missing the next 4 games for his protocol or whatever. Then he's gonna have to. He already missed 1 game due to load management, right? So he's already missed 5
Don't call it that
games.
one.
5 games in the first 10 out of the first 10, right? So
Not a
he's-
good look.
he's gonna miss a lot of time. So that's why I'm saying I was gonna put him there too, because he's gonna put up the numbers. He's gonna do it in a spectacular fashion. But how much will he play? Because you're gonna have some MVP candidates who are gonna play all 82. So, or whatever it is now, 72. So
Yeah.
that's why it's hard. It was hard for me to put him there, because he's not gonna play all 72 games, or he's not gonna play anything close to all 72 games.
I think that's a beginning thing, though. I mean, I don't see them doing this the entire time, the whole season, not having Kevin Durant play. I understand at the beginning because he's just getting back off.
Well,
injury.
right now he can't play
But-
because
Yeah,
health
'cause-
protocol.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, he can't play. But I'm saying I think that'll be like a beginning thing. So start get back into it. Once he's back into it, they're gonna full force KD, and I think that's when he does his thing.
I don't think KD can win it this year. Not this year. It just
I
doesn't
think
feel
He's
right.
he also
I think he's good.
Go on. he's got the potential to put up the numbers. But
Oh,
again,
he's gonna
playing,
put up the numbers.
He's playing with Kyrie. It's not like he's playing where he's Giannis, right? He's playing with like Chris Middleton as his second best player, where Chris Middleton doesn't really need the ball to be effective. He's playing with Kyrie, where they need the ball to be effective. And then you have Karis LeVert that needs the ball to be effective. Then you have Spencer Dinwiddie when he's healthy needs the ball to be effective. So it's not like he's sitting there on a team where he's the only option, where he's the only one that can score. They have shooters around. He has scorers around that can put the ball through the hoop. But yeah, I mean, I could see why you put KD, but for me personally on my list, I don't have KD. So
Okay.
Tyler, you wanna go ahead and say yours?
Yes, my MVP of the 2021 NBA season is James Harden. James Harden, he had a dramatic start to the NBA season, caused a lot of controversy, probably the number one controversy at the start. But he's getting there. He's gonna stay in Houston this season. Obviously, I think he's realized that this is probably his best option. The team's a lot better this year. I've realized we have a lot more talent. Eric Gordon's coming off the bench this year which is huge. You know what I'm saying? James Harden, as the season goes on, James Harden's MVP case is gonna be it's gonna be quite convincing to some people. Now, he's gonna put up numbers. Obviously, he's been averaging 36, 34 points per game last two seasons. Actually, the last two seasons, I think he's finished second. But I think James Harden's gonna win it. But if anybody else is gonna win it, I think it's gonna be Luka. He's gonna put up amazing numbers. I mean, he's a new face. It's refreshing. So the voters are gonna have somebody else to vote for, obviously. So yeah, that's my MVP case for James Harden.
Well, James Harden, we all know he's gonna put up the numbers, right? He's gonna put up the 37 a night. He's gonna do
And
it.
I just wanna add too. MVP is about a good story, right?
Mhm.
What's a better story than a guy he won it out first, right? And then all of a sudden, this guy is just playing on the team the whole season, putting up these great numbers, and the team's doing great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Honestly, if I was James Harden, I'd look at my team and I'd say that this is the best team I've had since I even got here to Houston. Like,
I mean, when he first got there, the
you
team
think
wasn't that good.
you think about all the teams he's had every year. They tried to build around them. The best team he's had was the one with Chris Paul, Trevor Ariza, and all those.
Oh yeah,
Clint
20,
Capella.
20,
Those
2017, 2018.
So that was his best team, but this is definitely making a case for it. If the way John Wall's been playing, looks like he's
Looks explosive,
he
man.
looks like he's back.
That quick first step is still there.
He looks like he's back
Still
to his
there.
form, but like not like he's not as like he's fast, but he's not quick. If that makes any sense. Like you have quick players and then you have fast players. If you know, like
He's fast.
he's still fast. He's still like, he still plays amazing defense. And then they signed Christian Wood. I mean, that was
Great signing. Absolutely.
like we kind of already saw what he was doing in Detroit, but I don't think a lot of people were actually we saw it, but we weren't seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
And then
Okay,
and then the
great.
3 minutes that DeMarcus Cousins played last night because he got ejected so early, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, and if DeMarcus
for the
Cousins,
3 minutes.
DeMarcus Cousins is gonna have a starting role, so we're gonna try to see if he.
Nah,
Can
he'll come off the bench.
Who's starting center?
Christian Wood.
I thought he was gonna play power forward.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You think the Rockets are gonna run two centers in the lineup?
I mean, Christian Wood could
I know he could run power forward, but
Yeah.
they're gonna run him as center.
I thought Christian Wood was more of a power forward.
Yeah, but I mean,
in the Rocket system, definitely a center.
I guess not. Yeah.
it is what it is. But I see a case for James Harden, the story and everything. But for me, at least, my MVP candidate is gonna be Giannis Antetokounmpo. And
3 times in a row, back to back to back.
he's gonna pull
First time
Larry
since
Bird.
Larry Bird.
He's gonna pull Larry Bird, win back to back to back. I mean, you just saw him last night put up 30 points in.
Oh yeah, he's gonna put up the
He's
number.
gonna put up the numbers, and here's the thing: he's gonna put up the numbers. He's gonna be the number one seed. He's gonna make a deep run in the playoffs, even though
Probably gonna be a defensive player of the year candidate.
probably gonna be a defensive player of the year candidate, and he's gonna do it on great efficiency and low minutes. Like he put up.
The only thing
he put up
is,
like what 29 in like 31 minutes or something like
I
that.
think he put up 43 yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like for his last season stats,
Oh,
he put
yeah,
up like
yeah.
29 in like 31 minutes or
Right.
something like that average.
Yeah.
time.
The only thing is, with Giannis, I mean, I can see the voter fatigue getting into him.
Yeah,
Like they did this with LeBron.
and I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say that since he's won back-to-back MVPs, I feel like this season's gonna be a lot harder for him to win it. But I feel that whenever you look at the stats and you're gonna look at where he is, like in the standings, and you're gonna look at like his record, basically, you're gonna see that he's gonna outweigh any other storyline and narrative that there is. But if there is a voter fatigue, if people are like, you know what, screw Giannis, I don't want to vote for him anymore. Same thing they did LeBron.
Because that's a
Um,
legitimate thing, you know what I'm saying? Even if you
Yeah.
deserve the MVP, they're just not gonna keep voting for you like over and over again.
yeah, and so I say a runner-up candidate could be Luka Doncic.
Oh
Although
yeah.
he won't be the top.
Honestly, if I was a betting man, and I told you this before the podcast, Louai, if everyone was a betting man, I'd bet my money on Luca. I know I picked James Harden, but I just think they're gonna pick Luca,
Yeah,
like the voters.
I
So
have. I had Luka. Although he's not going to be the top seed, he's gonna put up almost a triple double. So like
probably a
if you
triple
do a
double.
triple, I mean they give it to Russ when he put up a triple double, but this time he's gonna have a 30-point triple double. So he's gonna put up like 29, 9 and 9. So they could give it to Luka if Giannis
Another
is
reason
untouched.
that I picked James Harden over Luca is that I think we have a better team than the Mavericks. Top to bottom, if everything's healthy, I think we have a better team.
Hmm.
So I mean that could help us out in the MVP race. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's MVP. It could go to a lot of players. Honestly, the MVP is wide open this year.
Stephen Curry,
Definitely.
that's my runner-up for
Oh yeah.
MVP.
I mean the
No,
man just
the,
had a 62-point
the
game.
boy,
So
the best game of his career. Not best game of his career, but the most points in his career, I guess. Don't know if you would say best game of his career, but 30, 31
Some
and a
would
half,
say.
31 in the other half. Kind of impressive. Kind of,
I mean him and
Not that
Draymond
much.
combined for 63 points.
Dude,
They went crazy. They went crazy.
They went a little crazy.
Draymond
And
missed a
then
triple
they blew
single.
out the Kings last night too. I watched that game. I did watch it last
Mhm.
night.
good for you, man.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't know it was on, so then I had to go ahead and find a. I paid for it, obviously.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I
course you
paid
paid
for it 100%.
of
pay
course.
a paying man. A paying
Allegedly, you
man.
didn't pay for it, but I mean, you paid for it for sure.
Yeah, of course, I
Um,
paid for it.
Because
And
that's what
it
we
was a
do.
great game.
We love to support the NBA. NBA, like I mean, look at us. We buy NBA merch.
Oh
Officially
yeah, yeah.
licensed.
Straight from the NBA shop.
Officially licensed
Yep.
NBA merch. Nothing else.
That's not. I
Um,
pay for every game that I watch.
Yep.
All right,
Anyway, let's
moving on.
Let's move on here. And so I guess I'll go since JJ went. Since I went last and JJ went first.
Sure.
For my rookie of the year, I'm gonna have James Wiseman.
Okay.
Rookie of the year,
Weird
James,
pick, but
James
yes.
Wiseman definitely is not a weird pick because of what he's been doing for the Warriors. And,
The next AD.
you see him. He plays some good defense. Him in transition is amazing. Him on offense, he plays his role very well. He's there for Steph Curry whenever Steph Curry needs him. Draymond is gonna help him and coach him.
He gonna be throwing lobs to James.
Draymond's gonna be there to coach him, and I think he's the best fit rookie so far. Every rookie that has like runner up
Oh,
for
yeah.
me, whether it be
What
Anthony
say?
Edwards, LaMelo Ball, or any of those
nope,
rookies,
nope.
they need the ball in their
Dude,
hand.
Tyrese Halliburton.
You're missing Tyrese.
They need the ball in their hand to be.
Dude, hold up. No. Emmanuel quickly. Dude,
No,
imagine.
okay.
Nah, come on now. Come on.
Calm down.
Emmanuel quickly is a
But
bucket, bro.
Tyrese Halliburton is definitely got to be up there. He's been going off for them. He's just their third guard. You saw what happened yesterday without him. He wasn't playing yesterday, and I think he makes a really big impact on that team already.
I mean, if you guys remember, if you guys go look back at the first podcast, I had the Bulls taking Tyrese Halliburton at the number 4 pick, and you guys were
And
like,
me and
"Whoa,
JJ.
you
I
mean
mean,
Denny and
hold
Beal?"
up. Me and JJ had him at the Knicks
They
at
have-
number 5.
No, I had him 10 to the Knicks
But,
Next, wait.
because I
Knicks
feel
had
like
the
no
fifth
other
pick,
team
right?
besides the
No.
Bulls. I don't think any other team needed the point guard besides the Pistons, and I think the Pistons were really high on Killian Hayes, so I had them picking that, and then the Knicks getting up Tyrese on the mock draft.
I forgot who I had, but oh well, it doesn't really matter right now.
I
For what?
believe you had for the Knicks. I think you had Obi Toppin.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I got it right. If I did,
Yeah,
that's a W.
but yeah, I mean, I was high on Halliburton, but I think James Wiseman is a rookie that is going to play hard defensively, and he's going to contribute offensively, and they're going to go deeper into playoffs with him. I mean, it doesn't matter in the playoffs, like I said
Yeah.
with KD, but I mean with us, like I said with Giannis. But they're going to go deep. They're going to go deep into playoffs if he continues to grow. And yeah, I mean, he's the only rookie that doesn't need the ball in his hand to do something. He can do something off the ball. He can play defense, almost elite level defense among all the rookies. So that's my case for James Wiseman. If I have to pick a runner up, probably Anthony Edwards. he's not hasn't done too bad. I think a lot of people were doubting him based off his preseason, but I think he's still growing and learning. So I'll hand it off to Tyler, and you tell me what you.
James Wiseman, weird pick.
My rookie of the year is LaMelo Ball. Everybody knows the hype around this man, LaMelo Ball, right? He's a highlight machine. They love the man. Every single pass, no matter if it's a regular pass, regular chest pass, bounce pass, they're posting the house of highlights. In around 20 minutes a game already, he's already averaging 11, 5, and 5 on, I think, good efficiency for a guard. And those, I think, out of any rookie in this class, I think he has the most room to improve over the season because point guard is one of the hardest positions to play in the NBA. Takes the most time to adjust to. I think by the end of the season, he's going to be really good. He's putting up probably like 18, 8 and 8, maybe. And then he's going to get more minutes as the season goes on. He's going to prove that he's better than Devontae Graham, who's having a tough start to the season. He'll be better than Terry Rozier. And I think, highlight machine, put up some numbers. There's a lot of hype around him, and he'll win Rookie of the Year. He'll win it.
You can go on.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay.
No, you go.
No, you go.
You.
Okay. So am I going or what? Like, what's going on here? Like, you just.
Are you going?
You go.
I'll go. I'll go.
Go.
All right.
No, JJ, you go. JJ, you go.
You know what? I will go. So
Go.
I think LaMelo Ball is also having a rough start to the season. I don't think it's a bad pick. Obviously, LaMelo Ball, number 3 pick, but I don't know. I don't.
Just say it. Just say you don't like the pick. Just say it.
No. I think it's a good pick, but I don't see it myself personally.
I'm gonna say it, Tyler. I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead and say it.
I don't like LaMelo Ball running rookie.
That's fine.
And
That's fine. That's fine. You may not like it, but it's gonna happen.
I'll tell you exactly why I don't like it. He's already in, he's already in a backcourt that's filled with guards. You have Devontae Graham and you have Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier is having an amazing start to the season. Devontae Graham, not so much. LaMelo Ball is not at the caliber. He's not good defensively. He's a mediocre shooter. And his playmaking is really what's everyone's all the hype about. His dribbling and passing, and maybe his finishing. I can see if someone says his finishing is good, but I don't think he does enough here to win Rookie of the Year. I think
maybe not, but I think so.
He's okay.
Good argument. You know what? On that note, I think you're right, Tyler.
You know what? Yeah. But yeah, what I was saying was I don't think he can do enough for the team with it's kind of a stacked backcourt to win it. So
I beg to differ though, because he'll have a lot of opportunity as long as he can continue to play well. Obviously, I think he's already having a good start to the season.
But here, but I feel like when you look at James Wiseman, how he's already integrated into the system of the Warriors, you look at him and
he's easy. He's easy to integrate because he's a traditional center. You know what I'm saying? Roll to the rim, play good defense. Can finish a lob threat. Even can take the ball apparently 94 feet across the court sometimes. He's going to be integrated well, but is that who they're really going to vote for? That's the thing. James Wiseman is obviously he's going to average probably 10 and 11, at least. But I think LaMelo Ball got it, man. I don't know. I got a feeling.
All right, we'll see what happens. JJ, who's your Rookie of the Year?
I was saying James Wiseman, weird pick. Use LaMelo Ball. Not my opinion, but for me, I have James Wiseman because I think
weird pick.
I know, weird pick. I think James Wiseman because I'm a Warriors fan, and he's just been looking great for us. Like Tyler's talking about, slashing to the rim, pick and roll, but he's shooting 41%.
Oh yeah,
from the three.
Yeah, definitely a 3-point shooter.
41% from the three. That man is looking really good for us. That's what he said. They asked him, what do you want to be for us? Like, what is your game? And he said he wants to stretch out the floor, to help open up the paint for other scorers. So he's really a team player. He doesn't complain at all. He's a quick learner. They said that in practice, usually people don't like being told what, like, oh, you're wrong. You're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. He embraces it. He loves it. He loves being told like what he did wrong and how to improve. And Draymond says, the kid's a special talent and that he just loves to improve and that he's going to be in like a superstar in this league. especially with him mentoring him. Draymond's really embracing that veteran role and taking in these young players and helping them with defense. Keeping them locked down. And I think that'll push him over the edge and help him become a superstar in this league in rookie of the year.
Good for Draymond, by the way. What a great guy.
What a
I
great
mean,
guy.
other than that time that he called for KD after the 2016 finals. I mean, I can forgive him for that though. I can forgive him for that.
He's a yeah. He's a
But
very
he's a good guy. He's a
passionate
good guy. Yeah, he's very passionate about the sport of basketball.
Yeah.
Team player. Gotta love Draymond. Gotta love
Gotta love
Draymond.
Draymond.
All right. Well, let's move on to the sixth man of the year conversation here. I think this one's a lot hard for me to predict because I just didn't watch enough basketball to see who's coming off the bench. But from what I've watched, my guy is gonna be, my guy is Karis LeVert. As long as he's even
Weird
with
pick.
even with even with Spencer Dinwiddie coming off the bench. Spencer Dinwiddie was out for the season. They still started Timothy Luau-Cabarrot in the shooting guard position, so I think he's permanently on the bench for now. Because it's not even a question who's better, Timothy Luau-Cabarrot or
Karis LeVert.
Karis LeVert. But he thrives in his role. He comes off the bench and he has the greenest of lights. So he comes off the bench and he does his thing, and I think he's gonna put his numbers up on the bench as long as they keep winning. Even though it might not look like they're winning right now, but as long as they keep winning and he comes off the bench and he puts up his 18, 19 points a game.
Oh, he could get 20.
He's gonna
get 20. Get that 20 a game.
He's gonna have an unlock. So,
And he's a pretty good playmaker.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go off that. I mean, my sixth man of the year is also Karis LeVert. He also, I mean, if he's in that starting role, he could have got like most improved player. I know some Nets fans. He could have been all-star, to some people. He's just that special of talent.
That year with D'Lo and where he hurt his leg, against Minnesota, that was his all-star season. Honestly, I really do believe that was his all-star season. But I'm happy he's back to his form now.
Karis LeVert's that guy, man. He can get buckets. He's a pretty underrated playmaker, if you ask me. Not sure about the defensive side of his game. Not too sure about that one. But
from a Nets fan's perspective, he plays the passing lanes, pretty well. And
James Harden type.
Yeah, like a James Harden type.
Not that good defensively, but can definitely get some steals.
And for me, a little bit worrisome for me is his shot selection. Sometimes he'd be taking these step back 3-pointers and airballing them. But
which I like that. I would rather him take those shots than not.
I'd rather him go to the basket because you'd be surprised at how good of a finisher he is. Because
I'd rather him not take those shots.
I'd rather him not airball.
I like that he has confidence though.
You should have seen the game where he started as our starting point guard. He had like 11 assists. I was like, man, this guy's dishing it up. But it was against Atlanta or I don't remember what team it was against. But he had a big man on him. And he didn't drive to the rim. He did a step back. Hold on, guys. There's a spider right here.
Oh, Jesus. That's not good.
It's going in the video?
Of course. This is okay, so when most guards, I mean, that goes for most guards though. If they get a center on them, they're probably gonna especially if it's like a Rudy Gobert, they're definitely hitting some step back J on him. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time they take his three. That's just how it is. Because they could just put one move on them. They all the way by the free throw line all of a sudden. That's an easy three.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I understand what Tyler's saying. Usually you don't take a shot, you don't practice. Obviously, you don't take shots, you don't practice. So if he's keep going back to that step back 3-pointer, he's missing them. But he practices it. He probably goes back to it every time at practice. Works on it. So he's gonna develop that into his game.
Yeah.
But going on, my sixth man of the year. It's between two for me. But
two for co sixth man of the year.
Oh yeah, I mean, it could have been the sixth man, the previous one. What was it? Was it Montrezl?
Yeah.
Montrezl, yep.
Okay, yeah, that's who I have. I didn't know if it was him or Louai. I have Montrezl but number one is probably going to be. I agree with you guys, Karis LeVert. He can be a starter on a lot of teams.
Wait, we're all three agreeing on this?
Yeah.
Like Karis LeVert's going to win sixth man of the year?
I mean, look at him. He had 28 against the Grizzlies, something like that.
Yeah.
Off the bench. There's no way. I don't see him not winning unless, I don't know, Montrezl averages 15, 10 something off the bench.
He's
But
gonna.
I mean, Montreal's probably gonna average like
I
18.
kind of got the sense that he was gonna win Six Man of the
Maybe.
Year whenever they, like what I said before, whenever they didn't even put him in the starting lineup when Spencer
and the
Dinwiddie
only
went
way I
down.
see them not winning it is if they promote him to
Yeah,
Yeah.
starting lineup.
but again, I didn't.
No way,
I
no
didn't.
way.
I knew he had it on lock whenever Spencer Dinwiddie was down, and they still didn't put him in the starting lineup. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, I guess.
I mean, six mans are like they're like fake bench players. Like
Yeah,
they'd be
'cause
like
they still get starter minutes.
they be getting started minutes. Yeah, they just become they just don't start. Basically,
Yeah.
you're sitting at the beginning of the game for a
It's
couple
more
minutes.
efficient against off the coming off not tired. I guess.
Yeah.
You're still gonna finish the game, but you're not gonna start. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the. I don't know.
All right. Well,
It's
let's
a
move
weird-
on to the Defensive Player of the Year, which is a doozy to say the
This
least.
one's a tough one for
I
me.
think we should let Tyler go first here.
Yeah, well, he'll go first.
This one's a tough one. I have Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis. Louai, you remember I picked him last year also.
Yep.
So I'm very confident. I'm very confident in Anthony Davis' defensive ability. He's probably gonna average around 2 blocks. One of the best defenders in the NBA, perimeter and interior. I mean, Giannis could win it, but he won it last year. I mean, come on now. You can't. AD deserves it too. You got to give it to AD. If it's like neck and neck, AD and Giannis, they're gonna give it to AD probably. I don't see Rudy Gobert winning it. I mean, I know he gets like his blocks and everything, but on the perimeter, he is just god awful. Like
Yeah.
man,
He's
you got him on an island out there. Oof.
He's one
bad
of
for
the
the
worst
Jazz.
perimeter center defenders in the
Yeah, but
league.
they don't. That's not. They don't want.
Yeah,
him to
but
do that.
sometimes I mean you just switch him on. You just
I mean, you
little
look
pick.
at
That's
AD.
not his job,
You look at AD, and AD was switched on to Jimmy Butler for a game after Jimmy Butler had
Because
in
yeah, that
the
is
finals.
his. That's what he can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Lakers. Okay, we want you to guard this person. For the Jazz, it's like, okay, you want to guard the paint. We don't want you to guard perimeter defender. We're gonna switch it. You know?
Yeah.
I think that also with the Lakers, they got a little bit. I'm not gonna say they got worse defensively, but they lost Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and they only got Marcus Hall back. Montrezl Harrell, obviously, not the defender that like a Marcus Hall is. So if Marcus Hall comes out the game, I think AD is gonna take on the big challenge of rim protecting. So he's gonna get a little bit more blocks. So that's my case for him. One of the best defensive players in the NBA. Not just a rim protector, but as an all-around defender. Obviously, Giannis is going to be right there, but he won it last year. I think this is AD's year.
Okay.
So you're thinking
So-
voter fatigue again, or just AD?
I'm thinking it's not as much voter fatigue because he didn't win it twice in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're going to give it to AD this
I
year.
mean, they gave it to what's his name like two times. Right?
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think.
So,
I mean, nobody puts up the blocks that he does, though. To be fair, but
all right.
Yeah.
JJ, you want to go or you want me to
Yeah,
go for this
I'll
one?
go. So defensive player of the year. It was between two. The same two that Tyler said, Giannis and AD. I picked Giannis. Back-to-back defensive player of the year. I don't think he's winning MVP. I mean, he could, but I think they'll give him defensive player of the year back-to-back though. We just know Giannis. He won it last year. He's long, fast, very nice.
Yeah.
Very a quick guy, good reaction. I think he locks down the best of them. He played against or he went against Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum, shot in his face. But besides that, he plays pretty good defense. So I have him defensive player of the year.
So
AD might be a better perimeter defender than Giannis. Is that crazy to say?
that is
Yes.
wild for you to say.
No, he might be a better perimeter defender than Giannis.
No.
So by that metric, then he's a better interior defender and a perimeter defender.
No,
So what is
Giannis
Giannis?
might be a better interior defender.
I think
Okay.
you got it.
I think you got it backwards.
Yeah.
No. This might be true because Giannis can't guard Jimmy Butler. Y'all know that, right?
What?
Y'all know that, right?
All right, bro.
Giannis
disrespecting
can't play
Giannis,
as
bro.
good defense
Giannis
on
is
Jimmy
the-
Butler than
Giannis is the
AD.
second best player in the NBA. Stop playing. Okay?
Maybe fourth.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't say that. Can't guard Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is like
He can't.
Jimmy Butler got the most basic dribble package that you
And he
can find
couldn't
on
guard
2K,
him.
that you can find on 2K. Like,
He's
He
got
still
no
got buckets
bag.
though. He still averaged like 30 against him.
all right, bro.
Good.
Anyway, for my defensive player of the year, surprise, I got AD. I really picked AD based off the fact that he got robbed last year or got robbed last year. I still think that Giannis should have won it, but like a lot of people thought he got robbed. He was right there. He was a runner up. And if it was close again with AD, like when you guys said, they're probably just gonna give it to AD because last year it should have been AD or it should have been Giannis. So it's gonna flip flop. So I think AD's bound to win one in his career, and he's finally gonna win one this year, most likely.
Oh yeah, he
That makes
he
sense.
has to win. He has to win one in his
Yeah.
career.
No, that makes
There's no
sense.
way he
That makes
doesn't.
So because no one at that position, he's basically a center. Like he's 6'11". No one at that position is
He
that.
wants to be a power forward. Hey, tell him what. Hey, he wants to be a power forward.
But
We're
he
in
does-
2021.
But he does
People are
know-
what they want to be, Louai.
He does know that
Right,
if he
Howard.
plays
That
center,
was
the
cool.
Lakers would be so much better if he played center.
They would, but
But I guess he's running from the smoke or something. I don't even know. Like who can't he guard at the center position? Like it doesn't.
Why don't they just say let's play Kyle Kuzma at center and just switch AD on him? Just like trick AD, you know?
But yeah. Let's hoodwink him. Be like,
Yeah, let's
see,
run,
you're
we're
at
running
power
Kyle
forward.
Kuzma at center. It's
No,
like,
we're
oh,
putting-
Kyle's
we're
not playing
putting-
defense. All right, you
no,
guard
we're,
him.
we're putting Mark at the power forward.
You're
What are you
also-
talking about, AD?
You're also doing the jump ball, but you know, just
No, they'll let Kyle do that just to help.
anyway.
Hoodwink.
But yeah, we got AD, and Giannis. So,
Yeah.
Then we got most improved player, which in my opinion is the hardest category to.
It could
to
be a lot of
predict.
people.
I think this one's actually going to be the easiest one.
No way, the easiest.
Easiest
For
one.
me, it's between two.
I'm
players.
hammering it down.
It's
Hammering
Okay.
it down.
It's between two players for me, and
I want to hear yours.
If you want to go, Tyler, you can go ahead and.
Nah, I went first last time.
You want me to go?
Yeah, sure, you can go. You didn't go
Oh
first.
God, I don't know about this one.
I'll go second.
I don't know. I'm
JJ, you
confused.
got this. JJ, you
All
got
right,
this.
so I got two as well. It's
Mm.
between a lot of people, you know.
A
Like you
close
said,
six-man
we
here
looked at
also.
the odds before. Jamal Murray was number one, most likely to win it. But I have Malcolm Brogdon or Darius Garland as my
Mm.
most improved.
We're going
No,
back to
I'm not-
Sexland.
What?
Going back to Sexland, I see.
Yeah, Sexland. You know, I think Darius Garland averaged. I gotta look it up. I think it was like 12 last
This is
season.
a dark horse right here.
And
dark horse.
he's averaging 20 now, right?
Mm.
And then Malcolm Brogdon was at 15, something like that. I think right now he's at 22 points per game.
Mhm.
It's not all about points, it's about everything. But I think they're both gonna have big seasons. And the Malcolm Brogdon pick goes on. It'll, we'll see it later on in my next one. I guess that kind of gives away my next one. But yeah, I got Malcolm Brogdon or Darius Garland. I think two dark horses maybe. But I think have a good shot at winning it.
I definitely like the fact that you picked Malcolm Brogdon because Malcolm Brogdon in his time with the Bucks, whenever he left or whenever he was injured, you definitely felt it whenever you watched the Bucks games because he wasn't there defensively and playmaking wise. Tyler, you look like you opened up the gates to heaven right there. But
Jesus.
Does it look any different?
You look very different.
You look like you opened up the gates to hell.
Look at
to heaven.
ghost.
Okay.
But
Hold
yeah.
up. So who'd you say, Louai?
So I was saying that I like the pick that like the Malcolm Brogdon pick. I feel like it's an underrated pick because of his
Maybe.
impact. But
Yeah.
I guess I'll go. And for me, it came down between two people, and it was Christian Wood and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Both
Yep.
of those
Yeah.
players are so slept on. I mean, Christian Wood, you saw him on the come up in Detroit. Then he goes to the Rockets, and he's like the second best player on the Rockets besides James Harden. So for me, I don't really have an answer for the most improved player because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also is now on his own team, and he so far throughout the season he's been putting up the numbers, the most improved player numbers. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's kind of like the same thing from last year. Last year it was either between Brandon Ingram or Bam Adebayo, and those two are very, very good options to pick. So I guess I'd have to see more of Christian Wood and Shai to see if Christian Wood sustains his stint, because we all know James Harden is more ball dominant as opposed to Shai, who has his own team. So we'll have to see. So I guess for now it's a most improved player, Christian Wood and Shai.
Okay.
So let me So let me tell you why you're wrong, boy. Why Shea will not win Most Improved Player, and Christian Wood will overwhelmingly win this award. Now, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he's on his own team, right?
Mhm.
Which might mean he might put up better numbers. Well, I'd like to argue against that. Shea is actually he'd probably be a little less efficient this year. You forget last year he had Chris Paul on his team, who actually helped him out a lot. I don't think Shea is gonna improve like his numbers are gonna improve that much. He might more average more points, but the efficiency is gonna go down. He's now like the number one option. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, number one option on a team.
Don't sleep on Lou
Um,
Dort though.
yeah, Lou Dort's great. Lou Dort's great. Now Christian Wood, on the other hand, the reason why he's going to win Most Improved Player, not only because he's averaging like 23 and 10, and last season he averaged like 13 and 6, I think, which is already an outstanding start to his campaign. But he has two of the best playmakers in the league in James Harden and John Wall. Dishing him the ball, like just give him easy opportunities. If you've been watching the Rockets games, that pick and roll with James Harden and Christian Wood, unstoppable. I mean, James Harden he's a lob threat for him. That's what James Harden needs. He's gonna average probably like 10 assists this year because of that. He didn't have that lob threat last year after he traded Clint Capella, which really hurt him in his game. That's a big part of his game. James Harden in the pick and roll. So Christian Wood, he's gonna get easy opportunities all season to get his buckets. He's gonna put up the numbers. He'll be the starting center, get more opportunities than DeMarcus Cousins. So that's why he's gonna win it. I'm hammering. That's my lock in for all these awards, honestly. And the most improved player.
Out of all the
Yes,
awards,
this is my lock.
That's the one.
This
that
is
you
my
really
lock.
like. Okay.
This is my lock, and that is why.
Let me flip out the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander one. They do have now. I know obviously Shea is a good go bucket getter, shot getter guy, but they now have Al Horford on their team over Steven Adams, which obviously Steven Adams is better, but Al Horford's more of a stretch out the court guy, and I think that'll help him get a lot more buckets and a pick and roll, pick and pop with Al Horford, and get me a lot more assists that way too, especially him being the main guy in the team. Not saying that he's going to win it over Christian Wood, but I'm saying, I think that will give him, equal if not better numbers than last year.
So yeah, I think Christian Wood and Shea, I think those are the two runner-up, and then we had Malcolm Brogdon that you gave us, or what was the other guy? Darius Garland.
Second one.
I think those are all really good options. We'll have. I mean, that Cavs backcourt, Sexland.
Oh yeah, it's special.
That is, they're brewing something there.
I'm seeing
really
some
are.
Dame and CJ type things from them.
It's weird, like 6 foot. What is it? 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2"?
He's like
something like that.
Darius Garland is like 6'2", and then Colin Sexton's like 6'1".
But then they got big old Andre Drummond in the
they're
paint.
running him at point guard, shooting guard.
And then they got a 6'4" small forward.
It works.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. is 6'4", so if he
Porter,
starts, and they got 6'1", maybe 6 foot, 6 foot,
Love.
6'2", 6'4", 6'8", and then like 6'10".
10. Yeah.
That's a
I mean,
small lineup.
there've been like smaller lineups,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all right. So
You got Larry Nance off the bench.
I saw that they were running him at a small forward a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah, they were running
That's
him at
good.
small forward. And
it's like last year.
I like that. And they have
The
JaVale
Thunder
McGee now too.
last year the Thunder were running Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder, and Shea in the same lineup. It was like their best lineup
that
all year.
three-guard lineup is like kind of underrated because they're quick and they can make shots.
That's what the Kings run with
The
Tyrese.
Kings run also
They run
the three-guard lineup.
The Kings run with De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, and Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it might be their best lineup too.
Oh yeah,
All right. So
most talented.
for our last and final category, we have Coach of the Year. And
Don't forget about the NBA Finals MVP now. Come on now,
I mean,
Finals MVP.
we'll do
That's
that
a big
one.
award.
We'll
Some
do
would
that
say
one
that's
now.
the biggest award.
So, who do you guys have for your Coach of the Year?
JJ, you can go first. It looks like you want to say it.
Okay, sure. I said that my most improved Malcolm Brogdon, and that is because I believe Coach of the Year. I know last time I had the Pacers at 11th seed.
At the 11th seed, and then once you
I
realize they
forgot-
had TJ Warren,
Okay,
you put
listen,
him
I
at
forgot
like
about TJ Warren, but now
8th
TJ Warren's
seed, I
injured,
think.
so now I'm stuck between things. I don't know what to do. But I'm going to go ahead and flip that and say I was wrong. Pacers 11th seed. I think they'll be a higher seed. And I have don't know how to say his last name. Nate Bjorkstrand. I'm going to go with. I don't know how to say his name.
Pacers went from lottery to having Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. I think I think they do have a talented team. No one really stands out in that team. I guess Sabonis, Oladipo, I guess. The big standouts. But I think he'll bring them together, and I think he might win Coach of the Year. It was
Interesting.
him, or I also had Doc Rivers in the 76ers. Turn that
I
around.
like that. I like that.
But
Okay.
that's what I have. Yeah.
Louai, who's your Coach of the Year?
So my Coach of the Year is pretty simple. It's whoever has. For me, the qualities of a Coach of the Year, you either have to bring a severely less talented team to a high seed, or just have unexpected. So, example, the Clippers with Doc Rivers a couple years ago before they had Kawhi, they were 6th seed, and then they stole a couple games against the Warriors in the playoffs, where they didn't have as much talent as everybody else in the West, but he was still 6th seed, the sixth seed.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he should have won it that year. So those are the qualities that I look for in a coach. But for this year, I think the Bucks are just too good. I think Mike Budenholzer is going to win. He's a great regular season coach. Playoffs, he doesn't make any adjustments. I think we've seen that 2 years in a row now. But
He's the Mike D'Antoni of the East.
yeah, but he's gonna win it. He's gonna win. Mike Budenholzer is gonna win Coach of the Year. I think he won it 2 years ago. He's gonna win it again because he's gonna have such a good record in the East. He's gonna have the best record in the NBA with Giannis.
Where is Mike D'Antoni, by the way? Isn't he an
He's on
assistant coach or somebody?
He's on the Nets.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's not even the second over. He's the third. The third
Oh,
assistant
so
coach.
yeah, they got a better
helps
assistant
the
coach
offense.
and head coach.
Yeah, and
They
then we
just have Steve Nash, who I would think is an offensive coach, and then
they have Steve.
I like
they have
that.
Steve Nash, Jacques Van Gon, or whatever his name is, and then they have Mike D'Antoni, and then they have Amar Stoudemire on the as a fourth assistant.
That's weird because Mike D'Antoni coached Amari Stoudemire.
And Steve Nash.
That's very weird. Yeah, that's actually pretty trippy. So my Coach of the Year is Frank Vogel. Big old Frank the Tank, leading LeBron and AD. Not really leading, but he's a great coach. They'll probably have, I don't want to say best record in the NBA, but definitely up there with the Bucks, obviously. He'll probably win it again this year. Did Mike win it last year?
so basically what you're saying is you have LeBron James as Coach of the Year.
Hey, Frank's a very good coach. Frank is a very
LeBron James Coach of the Year. I get you.
Who won it last year? Oh God.
Did Mike win it?
Mike won it, I'm
Budenholzer
pretty sure.
win it?
Yeah,
I got Frank this year, man. Frank Vogel.
I'm
Winning
pretty sure
Coach
Mike
of the
won it
Year.
last year.
Let me look
Was
that
it-
up.
Wait, was it Mike Malone or Mike Budenholzer?
Mike Malone did not win it, I don't think,
No, it was Mike
because
Budenholzer.
they were the third seed. I don't think he won it. I'm pretty sure it was Mike Budenholzer. I could look it up.
I'm doing that right now. Oh, it's Nick Nurse. That's who won it. That's
Oh,
Last year?
yeah,
wait,
Oh.
didn't they have
Wait.
co-coach of the year?
No, it was Nick Nurse.
Really? It was Nick Nurse? I didn't know.
I mean, they were the second seed.
They were the second seed and they won the championship. So
I mean, the year before.
Well,
No,
that
we're
was-
talking about last year.
Yeah, that was we're talking about last
yeah,
year.
they
Last
won the
year was
championship last year.
Lakers.
Oh, I'm getting it confused because you know why? Because we watched the NBA was on not,
Yeah, I
not
know.
too
It just
long ago.
happened.
Who was last year? It literally says
20
Coach of the Year
Nick Nurse.
NBA
So did he win
2020. I literally
Who won
watched-
19? Was it?
It was
Mike Budenholzer won 19. 2020 was Nick Nurse.
Wait, I thought Billy Donovan got co-coach of the year with him.
2018 was Dwayne Casey. Yeah, I remember that.
Wait, I'm confused now.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I thought Nick
did
Nurse
they
won it on the
skip him or
championship
something?
run.
Did they skip
Hold
it or
up.
something? Because I'm confused. I feel like
Coach of the year 20.
I thought Nick Nurse won it on the championship run, and then
I don't
Budenholzer won
think
it
so.
last year. But I
Like-
guess it was the opposite.
Wait a minute, I'm looking this up, bro.
That's confusing.
I feel like they.
Where is that? No, last year Nick Nurse won it.
Yeah.
Last year
And
Nick
then
Nurse
Budenholzer
won it.
won it the year before.
Yeah,
which
the
I
year
feel
before
like,
Mike
I thought it was
Budenholzer won
reversed.
it. No. Because
I know why he won it. I know why he won it because they lost Kawhi and they were still the second.
yeah,
seed.
they lost Kawhi and
Yeah,
they were
they
the
lost
They were
second
the
seed.
second seed, so they had to win it. And now I'm remembering that I saw him accept the award in the bubble. So
But I swear they were doing some like co-coach of the year type thing.
I think the runner up was Billy Donovan. On
Yeah, it
OKC.
was.
So
That makes a lot of sense too.
Okay, well that
Alright.
makes.
Well,
makes
Mike
sense.
Budenholzer this year is yours, and mine was Nate Bjorkjan
I got Frank Vogel,
and Frank Vogel for you.
former coach of the Indiana Pacers.
okay. Well, would that conclude? You guys have anything else to say?
Oh, we
about
got
this?
hold up,
Oh.
NBA Finals MVP, man. Finals MVP. That's a big award.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
that
saying?
one for me, that one is just like it depends on who is
Yeah, it
the
depends
winner,
on who gets
obviously.
there. Obviously.
Well, I got LeBron because
Obviously, well,
I
I
think
mean,
I think everyone's gonna have LeBron, but just throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? And
um,
then if we were to have an All-Star game, I got KD winning MVP of that.
How much money did this is off topic, but not off topic, but how much money do you think did someone make any money off Andre Iguodala Finals MVP prediction?
They would have made a lot of money.
probably if
If that-
someone bet their money on that, if someone, those were one of those odds where like if you bet like $1, you'd win like $10,000.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't it isn't smart to just bet $1 on every player on a team, and then just
Maybe.
like it's not that big. of a
That
deal. You
would
lose,
that
what,
would be smart.
$30.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you
as
bet-
long as you're sure of them winning, then like you could win some money.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you just lose what, like maybe like how many players would you actually vote on? Like maybe $8 down the drain.
But yeah, I don't gamble because first of all, I'm not old enough. And second of all, I feel like I'd go a little bit too far with it.
Hey, there's the money to be made there. I'm not a betting man, but I'm just saying.
I'm not a betting man either, but I feel like if I would win a lot because and I think
That's
I'm a
the thing.
genius.
You don't
and
want
then
to
I would-
win when you gamble.
And then I would bet a lot because I won, and then I would lose it. So that's why I just stay away from it completely. But I think it's
Sure.
fun looking at the odds and kind of doing your own inside your head. But yeah. So I think that's.
I mean, maybe
I think
So
you'd
Finals
have to have
MVP,
some
I have-
self-discipline if you're some
Finals MVP, I
betting
have.
man.
I guess it's whoever makes it, obviously, but LeBron, AD, or KD is mine.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
for me, it's LeBron. We know LeBron's gonna turn up in the playoffs no matter how old he is. So if they do get to the finals, then LeBron's probably gonna win it.
Yeah.
So I think that
Hey,
pretty
man.
much covers all the bases. I don't know if you guys want to add anything before we end.
No, I'll save everything for the next podcast.
Okay. So
Yeah.
make sure y'all tune into the next podcast. That's gonna conclude it. A special announcement: if you're still here, podcast is now on Spotify. Make sure you go check it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, fuck Audio Mac.
All you gotta do is type in LJTV hoops, or not even. You can just type in LJTV and that's first search result. So make sure you go check it out. And with that being
Check
said,
out my YouTube channel.
listen, buddy, this ain't a platform.
shameless plug. Oh my god, that was shameless.
Bro, I'm about it. I'm about it. Gotta have those plugs.
With
I'm
that
for the
being-
clout.
That being said, I appreciate you guys listening to another edition of the LJTV Hoop Cast. And
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and,
Sir.
Make sure you comment down below. We need those interactions.
yes, sir.
I'm shameless.
Yes,
And then
please
top comment gets in the next podcast.
Word.
Maybe not the next one, but the next one after
Nope.
that.
No promises.
No, promise.
Anyway,
if you comment something, I'm bringing it up
thank you for
Okay,
watching.
I guess you can bring it up.
and we're
on
outta here.
YouTube. You can't comment on Spotify. See you guys later, man. Y'all
Yeah.
have a nice one.